Hello and welcome to another Fleet Ops audio commentary brought to you today by ClintSat, and we have a very special commentary today. We're going to do kind of a training explaining how to play the Klingons by Boggz. So how this is going to work is I'm going to move the camera around, let you see everything that's going on, and Boggz is going to explain what he's doing and a little bit about why he's doing it. So with that, take it away, Boggz.
Hello everybody. So yeah, basically what Clint said is correct. I'm going to be basically just talking. I've got my mic up so that I can say anything I want. And Mort already saying Mort's Dominion. So since Mort is Dominion, I obviously picked Martok before I knew what race he was, because I feel like Martok just generally has a little bit of an easier time when you don't know what you need to build. His tech options are a little bit better just because it's easier for him to build more ships, to build more variety of ships out of multiple stations, because he can do it for cheaper. I'm going to go ahead and start with a Quebec yard because, again, Quebecs are pretty forgiving. It takes a lot of firepower to actually kill one, and they last a long time, so they're a very good use of your supply, which you need a lot of. I'm going to then, as soon as my dilithium constructor here is done, I'm going to go ahead and move him down to my expansion while I get my miners into position to go ahead and start mining. I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to wait on my on a bird of prey yard. I'm not going to build that yet until I see what Mort is going to do. He's building Boggz, and cavorts are a great counter to that. But I also see that he's putting up a tech lab, which means he's very, very likely to get himself a big yard at the expansion. I saw his miner move off towards his expansion. I could go watch it right now if I want to, which I probably will in a second, but I know it's slow, so it's going to take a while. He's got no miners queued up anymore. He's just made a few bugs, one bug. So I think what I'm going to do with my very first Quebec, as soon as it's ready, is I'm going to essentially move it off. And, well, actually, sorry, I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. Even I sometimes stop and go, ooh, is that really what I want to do? I'm going to throw up my mining station here first while I go check out his expansion. If he goes B5s, which is very likely because he did that last game only after he realized that he was having a hard time. If he does go to B5s, I don't want to have cavorts because Martok cavorts don't have a torpedo to help handle the large size B5s. So we're going to take a look up here, move my scout up. He is building a big yard. I'm going to now skip my field yard because the field yard is only really going to help my small ships from my I'm going to skip my field research is what I meant to say, sorry, because I'm only going to be producing Quebecs out of my field yard. I'm going to go ahead and tech up to a battle yard a little earlier on so that I can put out some Sangs as well as Vorcha, which will handle they will handle the B5s much better. So mining station is up. I'm going to get that guy onto lithium, throw up a battle yard here, watching Mort. The reason why I'm watching his big construction yard right now is because the most important thing for me to know is what he's going to build out of there. Is he going to build T-15 or is he going to build a B5 prototype? Watching. Hasn't built anything yet. I'm going to go ahead and queue up 2 more miners just for the moment and send them to my expansion. What's he got? Still nothing. After that, most miners are done. I want another scout so I can watch. Still nothing. Surprised he hasn't built anything out of his big yard yet. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at his main yard real quick just to make sure he's not building B8s. I'm going to go ahead and cloak my Quebec and put him in the middle, just because that way he's a little closer. Mort is got 2 bugs. Yes.
So I've noticed you're spending a lot of time watching your scout and see what he's doing. Why would you do that rather than focus on your base?
Well, Basically, the reason why I'm watching my scout so much, and I don't even have to spend much time doing it, I can just kind of glance, is because it's super, super important for me to know what he's building. If I know what he's building, then I know what I need to build in order to counter it. Quebecs are obviously really, really good units to just have because they do well against lots of stuff, so I can kind of just build those and not really worry about them getting really hard countered. So I'm going to go ahead and build Sangs from my battle yard, as well as Quebecs from my from my field yard. That'll, they're not going to do, those two things are not going to do great against Boggz, which are the only things he's fielding right now, but he's not building any more Boggz. Since he's not building any more Boggz, and his B5 prototype just went up, I know that he's not really in a position to do much against me. I'm going to go ahead and harass his main Tritanium mining, since he only has one Tritanium moon, and he only also has 2 Boggz. I'm not going to kill anything here, but I also know that I'm not in any danger of losing anything, since he only has 2 Boggz, and I'm going to basically keep him from mining. I'm just going to sit here until his Boggz come over and try to tango with me. And it's really important for me to basically keep him from getting resources if I can help it. B5s are really hard to deal with, and so okay, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look at my own base here a little bit. I'm gonna keep up production of Quebecs. I've got them queued to a team. I'm gonna see if I can get this kill here on this miner down at his Tritanium, but I don't want to get in range of his star base. Here come the Boggz. Don't worry about those. Boom, got the builder. Now, 2 Boggz are not really going to get killed by Quebecs because they take less damage from Quebecs, but on the other hand, 2 Boggz have no chance of killing, have no chance really of killing a Quebec. Quebecs are just too strong to really lose one. In fact, there go the engines. I've got a bug kill right there. Come on, come on. Come on. Ah! And now I cloak out and I run. And life is good. So since I see that Mort is teching up, and he almost has that B5 prototype. Since I see that he's teching up, I know that I have the early game advantage. Okay, gotta get those builders, get those miners going. I'm gonna try and take advantage of that by attacking quickly and without mercy, so to speak. Sorry, I'm having a little brain fart. Again, I'm going to keep working on his Tritanium. Yeah, a little multitasking. I'm going to keep on his Tritanium because this is what he needs right now. He's probably not hurting for Tritanium too much, but since it's the one thing that he only has one mine up for this, I'm just going to keep working on that in order to keep, basically to keep him as resource starved as I possibly can. And yeah, go ahead and cloak that Quebec, turn it away because it's just not going to die, so. Oh, here comes the B5 prototype. Okay. The prototype is pretty strong, and I don't think I can handle this, so I'm going to go ahead and cloak. I'm going to cloak this Quebec and run. Sangs maybe could have gotten a kill, but I wasn't really paying attention, so. Now I gotta be a little bit more careful, because once the B5s are... Once the prototype is working, it means he can build more, and yep, another one is already out. They build fast, they're super duper cheap, and man are they nasty, so. I'm gonna be a little less aggressive now, and I'm gonna wait until I have enough ships basically where I can... enough ships where I feel confident that I can do battle with his B5s and actually kill something. As you can see, these Sangs, even just 2 Sang, have really no chance of killing a B5. They're just so strong. Anytime a Sang loses shields, I'm going to cloak it and I'm going to send it home. Sorry, yeah, I am having a little hard time talking and multitasking now. Let's see if I can get these Quebecs to eat these fighters. You can always, there's always a chance you can get a rank up off killing these fighters, which means more supply for you and just stronger ships. Okay, so I've got some resources now. I'm going to go ahead and throw up I'm just gonna throw up. I'm gonna build an armory because because the armory will allow me to get Vorchak glass, which are really, really powerful, and will absorb an enormous amount of damage from the fighters. The fighters just will never kill a Vorchak, and that's a big deal. Where are my Quebecs going? Don't know. I'm going to cloak them. I'm going to send them back down to the Tritanium and keep working on it while I keep my Sangs. Sangs are slower, so I'm going to try and keep them in a place maybe for defense, because they're long range and they... oh, but look at that. Mort is going to be a little aggressive, and he's going to move his ships up the middle. I like this because he doesn't have a critical mass of ships to really destroy anything I have yet. So I am going to get myself into position. I don't believe he has cloak detect yet. That's another important thing to notice. And take some pot shots here. Cloak I go. Whoa. And I get, boom, I get a rank on something. I'm gonna kill some of these fighters, maybe get some ranks on my Quebecs. I think I got a bug or a scout, I couldn't really tell. There we go, rank up on the Quebec right there. That's 12 supply, love it. I'm also gonna expand down here to the bottom. I'm gonna take another dilithium moon. I'm going to build one more Sang after this, and then I'm going to move on to Vorcha. Oop, what's going on? There we go, got a fighter! Ha! Excuse me. So, again, I'm trying...
Isn't it a little risky to expand that close to your opponent?
It is a little bit risky, no question about it. However, since Mort expanded up into his right, I feel that most of his focus is going to be up there. So that's why I'm going to go up there as opposed to taking my right one. And since his B5s are so fast, he could really easily attack. He could really easily attack up to that expansion up there if I were to take the top right. And since I don't see any scouts of his really running around the map very much, I feel confident that he's not going to know what I'm doing. Basically, I am very low on resources, reason being because I'm trying desperately to stay in constant production. B5s just rank up so well and they stay alive so well that it's going to be a bit of a numbers game now. I'm going to go ahead and do my best to start shelling his expansion over here. Keep him split. Go ahead and cloak this Quebec now since it's starting to take some damage. These Quebecs are going to auto-target the Boggz, which is not really a good thing for me because they don't do enough damage to Boggz. But I am going to get kills off these fighters here, which I like. And I'm going to kill this lithium refinery. Boom, got his dilithium expansion. I'm going to try and get these guys out of here while I go after his main dilithium, or his main titanium again. Might lose this Sang. I'm going to go ahead and cloak it. Get out of here, cloak the others. Yeah, I might lose that Sang. Jeez, hard paying attention. Didn't lose a Sang. Great. Good, good, good. Moving these guys back down here. Taking a quick look at my resources. I don't have any that I'm sitting on. One of the things to know about Dominion, at least from my perspective, is that Dominion really rely on outnumbering their opponent. They can't cloak, they have usually low defense on their ships, they just have such a hard time. So if you can kind of, just stay on them and keep them from being in the same place altogether at once, you usually can kind of outplay them. There we go, getting the kill. Gonna go ahead and cloak this guy, get him out of here. Move my Quebecs back a little bit. I really need to repair some of these Sangs. But since most of them are cloaked, I'm not exactly sure which ones need to be repaired since their shields are off. Let's see here. Okay, gonna move the Sangs back that don't need to be repaired, get them back in here, back into a place where